put your hands up. I need to see for real.
Alright, here we go guys. Welcome to the video. Unboxing. It's not going to be the unboxing because this it's already unboxed. So, what we got in the box? Main thing in the box is the, here we go. Main thing in the box. Another J1 SaberTooth, right? So, leave it in the box for now. What else do we got? This didn't come in the package that came today. So this came, these are the charge connector leads for all of the adapters. This is the XT90, the charger lead adapters. You guys can see those. Welcome. Now, this really isn't a SaberTooth unboxing or a SaberTooth first initial views. It's a second initial views because I already have a SaberTooth that I've highly modified, arguably to world record levels. But here we have a new SaberTooth, and so initial thoughts for the first time is body is think of what you want of it. Mine has to be modified, and I like to paint it black. Motor's okay, but I would highly recommend keeping the gearing to the stock gearing and upgrading your fan. It comes with a pretty wimpy fan right there. Doesn't really keep it cool enough. Upgrade to like a dual setup of some decent motors, or at least one good like WTF fan or some kind of upgraded fan. Servo is pretty good. Car is really overall durable. Only thing I don't do is you can see the wing isn't in the back. It's somewhere around here. I just pulled it out the box, but it's not going on the back. It's going to be an EDF going on the back, and the wing is going to go in the front. Like you got the wing up here in the front for front downforce at high speeds, keeping you planted, instead of a wing over your rear axles. Basically, if you push it down on that point, like if I pushed it right now, it would just make the front wheels lift up right now. So I don't want that to happen at high speed. So wing in the front instead of the back. Upgrade the fans. It comes with banana clips, at least that's what we call them. And dual, so you can run like two S packs, but I don't know. I definitely don't want the banana clips, but I'm thinking of maybe, I don't know. I kind of like the dual setup, but I kind of don't. I see why they do it. They like the it's basically extra connectors, like extra pathway for less resistance. Like if somebody upgrades to XT like 150s and they take off dual connectors and think XT 150s or something is better, it's not, because this is dual. If you want the highest connection, run like dual connectors of whatever you're running, and then just run two S packs, right, in series. But anyway, right, I don't care really. I just like more ease of use, and because like once it's finally set up, I already have to deal with multiple connectors, and then I'm probably gonna have a connector and battery just for my fan. So I don't wanna have to deal with dual connectors just on the ESC. So I'll probably rock with some kind of XTs maybe, or we'll see what happens. And yeah, great car. Oh yeah, these tires, right? Stock tires are decent. They're somewhat heavy. Off-road and grass, they're pretty good. On road, like all right. But once the tread fades away, like these are an old pair, once it starts getting down to these slicks, they've chosen to put a hard compound underneath so it doesn't wear through and you like pop your tire or bleed out foams. Once your tires lose their tread and get down to this bald level, it's basically like you're running on drift tires. So instead of it popping and you know, bleeding out the foams or popping and you losing control or whatever, they chose to put a really hard compound underneath that turns the car into slicks that I guess makes the tire last long. But I don't know, that's what's up with that. So yeah, got the phone mount. I'm actually holding the iPhone and showing the recording capabilities. This is how it's going to be recording the video, showing the mile per hour, phone mounted to the car, mount in the car like that one's already mounted in the car. It can actually even go lower in the car. It's just mounted up a little higher right now just for the perspective, whatever. It can go lower for aerodynamics, like this one is sitting like really low, the other one's sitting up, but whatever, it's adjustable. And yeah, so it's good enough for me at least to say buy twice. Oh yeah, very important. First of all, it comes 4S, that's obvious, 4S capable. It's pretty quick, close to 50 miles per hour, stock with the stock gear in stock, etc. The motor's a little bit weak, and you can see, and this actually, to be honest, they're not calling this a V2 SaberTooth or anything like that, but my first SaberTooth had problems with the motor, and I believe it was a 3674 motor that it came with, and it actually looked a little bit smaller than whatever they upgraded it to. Same exact blue color, everything, but like the space in between here, let me get the Alright, so like I was saying, it looks like an upgraded motor to me because the space in between here is like super tight now. And before, I was able to upgrade to slightly fatter and slightly longer, but now it looks like that's even longer than a 74 millimeter, you know. And I don't know if it's a 36 wide anymore either. That might be slightly wider, maybe, I don't know, but it seems definitely longer. Just from my memory, it was more of a gap in between there before, so it makes me think at least they've upgraded that, because my first motor did fail just when I was pushing it hard on 4S and stuff, so they gave me a replacement. So looks like they upgraded that, so they won't have to be replacing that for people anymore. And yeah, besides that, stay tuned for all the updates we're gonna do to this thing. It's gonna be crazy. We're gonna be adding basically like this same 6S battery is gonna be sitting over there with like 7S, what is it, 7S, or no, 7 pounds of thrust. 7 pounds of thrust being created by an EDF with the screen, protecting it from the rocks and everything hitting it like that. Producing 7 pounds of thrust off of a 6S battery that's gonna sit in that battery slot. And that's another reason why I go with the SaberTooth. I mean, pound for pound, $250. It's a dope, ready to run, or almost ready to run, like $250 for this right here, no battery. And that's pretty cool. It's like durable, it has center diff, it's cool for what it is. It's not the only thing for $250 or around that price range that you might want to get if you're just doing what you're doing. I have unique needs and stuff because I kind of need the low center of gravity of the dual packs. I like just the setup and whatever for what I'm doing. But like pound for, like if you wanted the best car out of the box, I would say get a Techno Truggy. Techno Truggy would be the best, absolute. You buy it, you throw your electronics in it, which one is going to be the best, most durable, fastest? Techno. Coming down from that $700 range and higher from Techno to like $500 range, probably your Arma is going to be your best truggy, like Italian, something like that. Even in the Associated, the low C's, all those kind of things you see at the big races and those truggy races, those are all good. And even the Armas that you don't see at those races, those are pretty quick and they're durable bashers and they blast, whatever. And then this is even like half the price of an Arma, 250 range, right? And then I upgrade it, and then like this, it's faster than a stock Arma. Like absolutely, this can do things that even an upgraded Arma can't do because jet noise, huge motors, propulsion plus willpower. So here we go. Stay tuned. About to have more everything. Yep. Alright, and here just to show you the camera phone, the iPhone. $100 to get an iPhone like this online on eBay. Get a used iPhone SE 6 like this that can do the 720p 240 frames per second for slow-mo, and then like, you know, higher quality, higher resolutions at lower frames per second, and the GPS overlay app that I was showing you. And this is it in an outer box for protection, a rugged case, and then it's taped up on certain parts just to cover the speaker ports, so dirt won't get in the speaker ports, dirt won't get on the front camera or the earpiece up there. Yeah. So there it is. That's why this is the option to go in the cars right now. $100, GPS overlays, outer box. Why not? Needs an outer box because this is what happens when you don't protect your phone. It gets super cracked, and yeah, no good trying to just sit it on the outside like you see some people doing. So don't do that. Protect your phones, have them inside your car if possible, in a box if possible, all that good stuff, because it's more so supposed to look like that as opposed right. So yeah, just showed that. These are the discs, stock SaberTooth disc, Berserker disc, 6S capable. Bigger won't fit, but like super stiff. And again, even if you put looser oil, that car is still. All right, last little add-on. Forgot to mention the Berserker, and why not go with the upgraded version. The Berserker, its big brother, comes 6S ready to run. Actually, these are the Berserker tires that come stock, whatever. Decent tire, decent traction on grass, bad traction pretty much everywhere else. But why I didn't go with the Berserker is it doesn't have the dual setup like this. And basically when you get on the power, it's a $400 car first of all, and when you get on the power, if you upgrade it, it always gets sideways because it's just like that. And this is actually, let me show you guys. This is the SaberTooth center diff, the one SaberTooth center diff that I blew on 6S in the grass, where I had a whole lot of traction and just hit the trigger and boom, blew out a center diff that probably, I never did maintenance on it or checked the oil. Anyway, after a year or something, I blew a center diff on 6S. Tried to replace it with a Berserker center diff, but this is actually a little bit longer. It's kind of hard to see, but it's a little bit longer, so it won't fit to try to swap it into your SaberTooth. But it's super stiff. Like trying to turn this, if I had the free hands, trying to turn this is super tight compared to the oil that comes stock in these. And that basically makes it almost like a spool where it spins all 4 tires at the same speed, so it makes you peel out more. But even if you change your oil in your diff to a lighter oil, I've seen people on YouTube do it, your car, when you put the power down, the Berserker's characteristics has a tendency to pull the car one way.
See, when I give it full power, you can pretty see it up here. I give it full power, it'll want to yank to the left a little bit. And he basically put every upgrade possible on this truck. Might have to play with some exponent or something. Whoa!
To pull the car one way. Now, certain mixing of quality controllers like Spectrum controllers and things, you could try to set up set up a gyro to correct that, but I believe that the guy had a gyro in it. It's still, SaberTooths I think are better at launching and staying straight in a line and controlled without needing a gyro or anything else. And then when you are on loose dirt, SaberTooths are just better because they're more stable. Berserkers do come 6S capable, so it's up to you if you want to go that route. I think they're a little too squirrely, especially since we always add the EDF in the back that makes it behave slightly more like a hovercraft, pushing the car around corners. So that's what's up with that. There we go. So yeah.
Simon, you're just gonna let Tate walk all over us? I go to Berlin to find myself, and I come back to this mess.
For as long as I've known you, James, you have found a way to wriggle out from under every one of my impediments with aplomb. Wriggle away.
So yeah, stay tuned. Here we go, here we go.